The basic task of any finance minister is to do just one thing, and that is to maintain the trade balance. Like he has to match or equalize imports and exports. So we know that whenever we have to import something, the dollars are going out, and then whenever we export something or we have remittances, then the dollars are coming in. So the dollar in and dollar out has to be at least zero, if not positive. So that is the only forte of any finance minister. So all four finance ministers failed in it. The trade balance went from average of 20 billion up to 60 and 70 billion dollars in 2022. That was a major shimo.
Yes, this looks horrible in comparison to the trends in the previous years, for example, from 2013 until 2018. And I was actually wondering that the manufacturing capacity of Pakistan would perhaps only have increased over time, right? And in that sense, the trade deficit Pakistan should have become not necessarily a net exporter, but Pakistan should have made an increase in the number of exports. So did this really happen? Because while on one side we may have increased exports, but our imports increased drastically someone made the decision to get in stuff from outside.
Yeah, exactly. It was Shaukat Tareen who did this experiment. If you remember, in 2021 he did. It was his second or third press conference. It was a very long press conference, and he used the notion of opening up of economy. What he devised a strategy. He used that strategy before as well. By the way, in all four of the finance minister, I call Shaukat Tareen and Hafiz Sheikh Saab as imported prime ministers from People's Party. So they are not inherently from PTI. They are imported from the other political party. So what he meant by opening of the economy was that we will be doing private lending to large scale manufacturing and textile industry, so they can import large manufacturing units and machinery. So what will happen in turn is that when they are going to install the new machinery, which is more optimized for power and performance and output, so we will ultimately have more exports. But the thing that he missed is that export cycle and installing a new greenfield industry it's a 5 to 8 year process. So you can't close the cycle so quickly.
If we consider the intent behind this approach, it does not sound like a bad intent, but it was never bound to produce results in an immediate sense.
Intents really go with the ground realities. When Bhutto nationalized the entire industry, he had good intent behind it, but he didn't gauge the capacity of our nation. So he took a wrong decision that our government and the government employees and the bureaucracy will be able to control and optimize and run all those industries. But all of our industrial setup really failed after nationalization, after the post 1975 thingy. So intent is one thing, the intent is good, but you have to see the ground reality as well. And after 2020, maybe I think he really missed the international inflation cycle. He couldn't control all that mobilization of industry and closing the export cycle. Also, there's another thing about export. We know that the export rose and our textile exports were increment to 30 to 40%, but we have to understand that the cotton that we imported was also on inflated prices, because cotton had also had that extra inflation on it during that inflation super cycle.